York City. He's been doing this for quite some time now. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Dan Evans.
Thank you very much. Thank you, New York. I love New York. I love New York because I'm originally from the coal regions of Pennsylvania. For those of you who've never been there, let me describe it quickly. Think Kentucky with less teeth and more incest. But I was lucky as a kid because my grandmother used to bring us to New York, my sisters and I, on the Blue Hair Express to see Broadway shows. And that's the first time I kind of realized New York is pretty much different than the rest of the country. Because one day we got separated and I yelled, "Nanny!" and was suddenly surrounded by Jamaican women. You know? And it's a strange situation because in Pennsylvania, if you have a small enough class, you can have one of your parents as a teacher. Now, I had a high school class of 93 kids, and I had my mom as one of my teachers, which is tough for 3 reasons. 1, she knows how smart I am. 2, she also knows how lazy I am. And 3, I have the hot mom. And I know this because I'm constantly told, "Dude, that's not your mom, that's your sister." "Oh, she's too hot to be your mom." Did you ever see her naked? And people wonder why I'm in therapy. Yeah. But I lucked out because I escaped to New York right after college. And that's when I really began to notice a big difference. Like growing up, I never had to worry about muggers or crack addicts or gang violence. I had to worry about wildlife. I left the house with warnings like, "Hey, I saw the bear down by the Millers, be careful." "I heard there's a skunk with rabies around, so if you see one acting erratically, just run away." And my personal favorite, "It's running season, so watch out for the deer." Apparently you've never been chased by a horny buck. It's the first time I realized I could pee my pants and run at the same time. And it's funny because like drinking here is so much different than back home. Like you go to a club here and you know it's gonna be at least $100, $250 night. I can go home to one of the clubs, like the Rod and Gun Club, with $5 in my pocket, leave shit-faced, and possibly a new firearm. You know, and like you can get loaded here and then just jump in a cab or the subway or a bus. You know, I didn't have that luxury when I was underage drinking in the woods. Sometimes I was just lucky to make it out. Sure, it might be a week later and I'm naked. You know, but that's such is the case. You know, and I've also realized that New Yorkers are pretty much smarter than the rest of the country. And give yourself a hand for that one, thank you. Who's been watching the news? President Bush. You know, it's campaign season, and he's trying to win our confidence when he talks about education. He says things like, "Rarely is the question asked, is our children learning?" When he's talking about foreign economics, when he says things like, "The problem with the French is they don't have a word for entrepreneur." But you know, he reaches out to Mr. and Mrs. Middle America by using new, big, exciting words like misunderestimated. And he's trying to capture the minority vote by Mexicanly speaking to the Hispanos. That's when New Yorkers went, "What?" So it's different. I mean, my friends here are a lot different than my friends back home. Because like my friends here that get stoned, they sit around and discuss the philosophies of Plato. My friends back home get stoned and eat Play-Doh.
Hey man, you should try the blue. It's really blue today. Yeah.
You know, and it's like I have a lot more gay friends here too than I did back home because throughout the rest of the country, gay is either an adjective or a sentence. You know, that's gay. What'd you do that for? That was gay. That shirt's so gay. What do you mean you're gay? Here, most parties don't start until your gay friends get there. Oh my God, it's 10:30. Where's Jerry? I don't know, man. He's gay. He might be fashionably late. I know, but he should have been here now. The party started 2 hours ago, and people are starting to leave. Yeah, well, you're the one who broke out Jenga. Come on. Hey, isn't there a party here? Jerry's here, thank God, everybody can stay. You know, I mean, that's just the way it is. And, you know, it's just different. And it's kind of scary because when I was growing up, my family thought I was gay. You know, it doesn't help. I have 2 older sisters and had to wear hand-me-downs. Well, I mean, I love musical theater. I wasn't into sports, and I didn't date. That's because I didn't know who I was related to in high school and who I wasn't. That's how small I was. You know. And my mom actually talked my dad into auditioning for a show with me one time. And with the idea of, if you audition for a theater show with Daniel, maybe he'd get interested in hunting and fishing with you. So we auditioned for the Unsinkable Molly Brown together. And my dad wound up with the lead male role of Leadville Johnny Brown. First rehearsal, he stands up. My name's Deacon Evans. I can't sing, I can't dance, and I can't act, and oh no way, chose me for this goddamn part. And sat back down again. Now he's doing his own one-man show, Deacon Evans, My Loves, My Life, My Laughter. And I still don't hunt or fish. So it's been fun. But it's actually kind of prepared me for my life today because I recently found out that both of my roommates are gay. This is kind of a shock to me because they're big guys and I didn't know they were fat gay people. That's true. You know, but it's been a very learning experience. It's been a very learning experience. Like there's different subgroups in gay society. Like there's queers, there's fags, there's fairies, there's chubs, there's chasers, there's marys. There's Dairy Queens, there's Drama Queens, and there's Drag Queens. And trust me, you do not want to know what the Dairy Queens are. You know, there's tops, there's bottoms, and then there's the ambidextrous. And that's not even getting into the lesbians. You know, I haven't even touched on those. Not that I don't want to touch lesbians, they just won't let me. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing funnier than watching your roommate and his boyfriend play video games. You liked that, didn't you? You liked that, didn't you? I just spanked your ass, didn't I? You spanked my ass last night. Oh, come on, let's keep it out of the bedroom. Come on, try it. Here I come, I'm gonna beat you like you're one of Joan Crawford's kids. But it was an interesting experience, it really was. I mean, because they're great guys. Excuse me. But they're, you know, like I said, it's tough because I knew I had to call my parents and tell them in case, you know, they decided to come and surprise me with a visit. You know, I didn't want them walking in on, oh, Dan's not here. This looks bad, doesn't it? You know, because that's just, I think my dad's head would probably explode if you saw that. But you know, it was just a fun experience. I called my parents, and I said, listen, I gotta tell you, both Brad and Jeff are gay. My dad's like, are they gay together? No, Dad, they're not gay together. Well, are they interested? Oh, no, they're not interested in me. Listen, they both have boyfriends. You know, just relax. I'm not gay, they're not gay. Well, I'm just glad to hear that, but your mother wants to speak to you. That's interesting news. That's very, very interesting. Although I have to say, I am a bit concerned. I'm afraid of what might happen. What do you mean, what might happen? They're gonna tie me down with doilies, shave my back, and teach me show tunes? That's stupid. I know more show tunes than they do. And she said, well, I'm just concerned for my son. I said, honestly, Mom, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna wake up one night with him standing over me. Do you know you sleep with your mouth open? My name is Dan Evans. That is my time. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your